Hello everybody. So today I want to talk about macroeconomics. The topic that is about labor supply, labor demand. So now I want to show you how to answer. We need to use about the labor market diagram in here to illustrate about equilibrium unemployment. So now I want to show you how to answer. Number one, an increase in the market power of the firm. So we know that when the market power of the firm increase, that means the firm needs less labor, because when the company is stronger, they don't need to provide more worker anymore in here, so they need to reduce the labor demand. So the labor demand will shift on the left. So this one they will go in here, and this is about D number 1 and D number 2. So we need to know that we have the new equilibrium. So when we look on the graph from here to here, we can see that this is about the wage number 1. This is about the wage number 2. So that means we need to reduce the wage. So because equilibrium in here, in the new one, they reduce the wage number 1 to the wage number 2. That means about the quantity of labor. So we can see that the quantities of number 1, they go to number 2. That means we reduce the quantity of labor. So the gap between Q number 1 and Q number 2 in here, that is about unemployment. Because the company don't want to hire more workers, that's why they will increase more unemployment. They reduce the wage, they reduce the quantity, so that means unemployment increased. Number 2, an increase in the expected price. That means when they increase about the expected price level, so that means the living cost will increase. Because the living cost will increase, the labor needs more salary. So if we want to get more salary in here, the labor supply, they will shift on the left. So this is about H number 1. This is about H number 2. So equilibrium in here, they will go in here. And now from this point, we can see that the wage number 1 will go to the wage number 2 in here. And the quantity, so we see that Q number 1 will go to the Q number 2. So for this one, we can see that we increase about the wage, but we need to reduce about the quantity, because we reduce about the quantity of labor. So that means unemployment will increase from the chart in here because we need to less labor. That's why we can increase about the wage. Number 3, an increase in the price level. So in this situation, when the price increase, the firm will cut the salary of labor. Why? Because they need to pay more about raw materials, electricity, gasoline, transportation. So that means the demand for the labor will reduce. So that means they will go in here. So the wage from this one to this one, they will go down in here. So that means the quantity they go down to. So the wage decrease, quantity decrease. That means unemployment increase. Now let's go to the next one. An increase is about unemployment benefit. So when we have more unemployment benefit, the labor demand they will reduce. Why? Because they don't want to labor supply they will reduce. Why? Because they don't want to go to work. That means they will reduce the labor supply. So they will go in here. So we need to reduce the number of workers in here. However, the company needs to increase the wage. Why? Because if they don't increase the wage, the labor will reduce more. So more salary to keep the worker inside the firm. That is the reason why we need to increase the wage in here. This one that is about Q number 1, Q number 2. So wage increase, quantity reduce. That means we have more unemployment. Because more unemployment, they can get about unemployment benefit. This is the end. Thank you for watching.